Hey guys, MTH Lover 11 here. Well, I got some news. Well, as you might see on my Twitter and Train Life, I mentioned it on Train Life twice, but I tweeted out a tweet yesterday. My Twitter's in the description below. That I've been thinking about going and building a layout at my uncle's house, which he got through my grandparents' will as lifetime use and all that since he lived there anyway. So, uh, I've been thinking, and it came up a few times. He told me, why don't you come bring your layout over there? He says, you got more room. So I said, no. Then I had to go to the house over there and to run trains. But I've been thinking about it, and I'm having issues back here. Well, not really issues, but uh, was there was a dead spot there, but I took it out. It was a 10-inch straight that I cut down, and once you cut it without any joints or like scale track has, it's a dead spot. So I've been doing it the last couple days trying to figure out how to fix it. And you can see that also in my Twitter. I tweeted that out a couple days ago. So I've been thinking and thinking and thinking. And me and my dad was talking. He's into the N scale layout, if you remember from a couple layout videos ago. So it's like I can lose the bridge. Yeah, I know I just built it, but I can actually hang it up somewhere and display it probably. But I can lose the bridge. I'm not in the way of the oil guy. I'm not in the way of the fuse panel or the breaker box unless I get. It's a somewhat finished basement, and it's a ranch, so it's nice and large. Perfect layout basement. This one, let me give you the tour. You got here, and then it's not the biggest house ever, but it's in the middle of the town, so yeah, it's like it's not the biggest thing around, but it works. But like I was saying, this is if I tried rebuilding this layout, it's just gonna look the same, unless because we had the oil tank inspected a few years ago, and they did say there's a crap load of sludge in it, but it's my mom when she bought the house with her first husband was here. And the furnace was just replaced, so it's something like over just about 30 years old, and because it's hot air, it's fine. So, but if we replace the furnace, we probably go gas. So if that was the case, I could just have it straight out. But since I'm thinking of going and building it there, I'm not gonna wait. Plus, we don't have the money to do it. Build or buying a new furnace and all that. So in his house, it's nothing in the way other than a wall, couple walls, but one wall's already half taken down because he had the water meter replaced. But yeah, it's a relatively easy house building or build a layout in. So I'm gonna go over there and I gotta discuss some things maybe sometime next week. And I probably tweet it out if I get this third room or not, because I got the main room, the biggest room in the basement. I got that one. Well, I got a section of it, and then I got what used to be my grandmother's sewing room, and so I got that far, but I have to get him to okay the what used to be his old bedroom because he used to live down in the basement. So I gotta get that before I get a building, because in a few minutes I'll show you the layout that I have drawn up. It won't be fully, it ain't to scale. Let me just start off with that. It ain't to scale, and I know it. It's actually drawn on an old calendar on the back of one. I saved those calendars exactly for that reason. So I went to Maine this just past weekend with my parents, and when we were up there, I stopped off at the York was it York model trains and cars, slot cars and model trains, something like that. And I picked up a boxer. I wanted another boxer. Yes, I'm getting one with the MTH Railroaders Club, but I wanted another one because that will put me up to, not including the Lionel Reefer, which is right here, not including this one, that will put me up to 3 boxcars that I have operating on my layout. Yeah, I could put new trucks or the trucks back on that one and have it going down the tracks, but not really to scale. It's for the F3 unit I had. So it was a ready to run set. But so I went in there and picked up a boxcar. I was almost ready to order one and then decided that it'd be cheaper to buy this one. It's a really old Lionel actually. It's what is it anyways? Here, let me go get the box. Hold on. It's a Chicago, Illinois, and Midland double door boxcar. I put in that number right there into Lionel's website, and it didn't come up with anything. So I can't tell you the exact year, but I can tell you it's pretty old because the Pillsbury car, if I remember correctly, it's built in 2003. So, and this looks like maybe a 90s or something, late 90s, mid to late 90s box. So that's oh, and I did some more work on the river, but that's gonna, as you know, that's gonna be. This is all coming out. There's a really nice heavy door under there on the ledge, as you can see here. Me and my dad took that out of a branch office that he had for his work house. So that was fun. Moving it at least. Heavy, solid door. So here's the plan. Here's where this is what is called the den that comes in probably somewhere around here. Starts the sewing room. There's a big passenger station right here. What was it? 4, 6 track, something like that. And then right here's the grain elevator. First track is the unloading, and then second track's the storage. So You got a double mainline 054s on the inside, 080s on the out, or 072s. I haven't decided yet. Even though it says 080s here, I haven't really decided. With crossovers, and nothing to this is actually in stone. And then you got the freight depot, which is right there. And you keep going down and down and down. You start. This is where, if I get the bedroom, or his old bedroom, this is what's going to be in here. You got the engine shed, fueling and sanding station thing. Tracks for the engines. Engine house is over there. 4-track yard. Nothing will be right up against the wall because right about here is the fuse or the breaker panel and the transfer switch to the generator, which switches over from the breakers to power the house. Really complicated, I guess. Then right here's a wire mold factory. They make stuff for electricians. My uncle, being a former electrician, I know a lot about it. I help him sometimes. Here's the bakery, silos, and then a little like town passenger station. Here's a tunnel. Those squiggly lines in there are rocks. And right here is actually a closet, so I'm hoping to have it go through the closet. Then you come up here, here's another passenger station. Keep going around, you get to the factory one, which is a furniture factory, wood furniture. So you keep going around to the main station again. So, that's what I'm hoping to have it look like for the most part. And of course, there's going to be one track on here because I don't think I'll have room for two. I don't know. It takes like 80 inches to 080, 054, whatever you run in no gauge. It means you, like I run 054s and 054 switches except for that switch back. Where's it? Back there, it's the number 6. That means it makes a 54-inch circle. So, that means I gotta make, like right here. If I run 080s, I gotta make this an 80-inch square for the loop. I'm hoping I can get away with doing something like over at the tunnel here, where I can have a loop back in, or S-bend it. So that's what I'm hoping for at least. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but it's either going to be 050 or 080 or 072. There's only like a 6-inch difference, so probably wouldn't make that big of a difference, but you never know. So I don't know. I'm going to keep it running with the scale track. I got actually, when I bought the track, I was all new to all this fancy 54, I only had, it was only my, when I built the layout, it was only my 3rd O-gauge set. I had the Pennsylvania Flyer that Lionel had that was a big piece of shit. Well, let me tell you, that was not, I had problems with that engine from day one. There was an air whistle. It didn't work. Don't buy the cheap Lionel stuff. Hell, eat that auto rack set that they have. I would keep the auto racks and put the engine on eBay. They make better separate sail engines than they do in their set. Not, it got to be the expensive Lino for me to buy it, but I will buy Lino. As you know, I got 3 Lino cars. Actually, no, I got 4. There's a Pennsylvania gondola over there that you can see with the things right next to the New Haven. Or no way, I got 5. That New Haven single dome tanker over there is Lino. I just don't have the boxes for them anymore. That's back when I threw out the boxes. So, actually, a lot of my trains I don't have boxes for, even in HO. I bought all those cars I bought from my career. I don't have a problem with no boxes, but, you know, just easier to get damaged. But I don't really care for putting them on shelves, but if I have to put them on shelves, I will. If I could mention, Eric Siegel had a 3 engines FL, as you know, if you follow Eric Siegel. Eric's, what is his username? E. Siegel 76, I believe. He had 2 Vision lines and the tank train engine, that NS engine, fell off a shelf. His insurance paid for his homeowner's insurance paid for the engines. That's why I keep a inventory of the O gauge. I own for my HO because if it gets damaged, who gives a crap? They're only Bachmann engines. My most expensive engine's that 44 tonner. That's a Bachmann Spectrum. Yeah, so I'm going to keep all the buildings, even the Lego garage, and I'm going to keep all the vehicles. Nothing's going on eBay. Because why bother? You're going to have to go out and buy the stuff again. But it's, you know, I'm going to take up all the trees. I'm going to always try to take up all the trees. I'm going to do it up real nice, and I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to do it half-assed like this layout kind of was, but now I consider myself not a novice anymore, so I should be able to do it better. So, with that being said, well, I should probably add a scrapyard to this, huh? Well, I might add the scrapyard to this plan and, you know, somewhere, but for the most part, guys, well, I showed you what I'm going to be doing. This probably will be the last layout, O-gauge layout update in this house, at least. So, maybe the next HO layout update, you'll see it down here and not in my room. So, until next time, guys, take care.